I've always heard that we'll need about 70% of our pre-retirement income after we stop working, but the folks at MarketWatch say the median percentage for a 62-year-old retiree is now about 55%. And over the years, Dolph, you have helped just about every profession there could be someone retire. It could be pilots, teachers, office personnel, engineers, and the backbone of our country, those non-office workers who keep America, frankly, running with their hands and their sweat, doing the heavy lifting and transporting things. Do people that don't have a job with an office or desk have just as good of a chance at retiring confidently as those that maybe do have a little different outfit for work?
There's a lot of jobs out there. I couldn't even begin to name. Well, we could name a bunch of them. And they're talking about this whole essential versus non-essential. I think every job in America has its place, and every job in America is essential. Mm-hmm. And everybody has their own profession. I mean, some people are better at fixing things than others. Like I said, I can't fix a car. I can't do that kind of stuff.
You call a guy, and that guy is so important. Or girl.
Yeah, or a girl, or call an individual. And it's like an air conditioning plumber. It's down to the haircut thing. I mean, everybody has their job, and everybody does what they love. So taking that all aside, if you do what you do and you do what you love, everybody's in the same boat when it comes to retirement, because everybody's needs and their wants when they come later in life are different. Some like to travel, some don't. Every situation is different. This really reminds me, Kristen, he's now 68 years old. Him and his wife, they own a farm up in South Carolina. And he's been a client of mine, I don't know, for 7-8 years now. And it's funny because he was living very frugal, and he had a very nice portfolio when we first met, and we started introducing how you can start taking income and enjoy it. And I was just talking to Joe a couple of weeks ago, and he had all this rain has destroyed all his stuff he's been building. But he makes sure that every year in the beginning of June or so, he calls them maters.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm from South Carolina originally. It's tomatoes. It's maters, tomatoes. Yes.
And so he brings in this sweet corn, and he called them, I'm not making fun of the voice, but he's got that really subtle, Dolph, here's your maters and your corn.
Now, he reminds me of my grandfather, and Dolph, next time he comes in, you call me, because a guy who grows tomatoes and corn, I need him as part of my life, okay?
Oh, he brings them in, and trust me, these are the best maters and corn I've ever had, and he told me, Dolph, I'm running a little late this year, but they're going to be coming in every year. It's like on the dot. He brings it in for the whole office and offices around him. He probably brings in about 20 to 30 pounds of each. It's the most incredible thing. And every year he gives me a hug and says, thank you for what you've done for me and my family. And this is a small repayment to you.
Let me tell you, that's a big repayment right there.
BLTs you can make with those things?
Oh, my gosh. I love a tomato sandwich with Duke's mayonnaise on white bread, preferably. That is my favorite. A little salt and pepper. And, that is such a way that people show love, especially in the South, is by what you've grown and sharing that with people that you appreciate. So that certainly is a compliment there, no doubt about it. But, he had a rough time there for a while, and then he found you. And in 2014, changed the way he looked at his financial future, and is now able to share the fruits of his labor with you from time to time.
And he gets to do what he loves every single day.
I think what people listening need to keep in mind is it doesn't matter if you've got what is perceived as the big fancy job downtown Charlotte in a high rise. It doesn't matter if you're a farmer, a pilot. It doesn't matter your profession, a teacher. We all have the same goal, and that's retiring with confidence. And we have to take a route to get there. Planning. We all have to do that, but the way we plan is different for every single person listening. If you're near or in retirement, you are exactly who Dolph helps every single day at Clear Income Strategies.